let's continue exploring Radiator Springs for a few more minutes. What is this thing? If any of y'all know what this thing is, please comment. Oh, for a second there I thought that was the tent. It's not, it's supposed to be a store, and it's a tent, but I mean, the design is flat, so you have to pay attention to notice it. And that looks like a wall, but in the movie it's, I don't know what you call it, it's an open space with stuff dangling. So the details look pretty good. What is that? Were those cars staring at me? Okay, so you can interact with the cones. I'm trying to figure out, did I cause that sand to get on the road, or was it already like that? And if you can cause sand to get on the road, that's pretty cool. That means that the game is really interactive if you can make sand get on the road. Now to check out Sarge's place. Sarge's surplus hut. There's not a lot to this, is there? No, not really. It's just a basic building with just enough detail to look like the movie. Well, there's a glitch. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I tried to avoid that, but I like that you can drive through it and not get stuck in a mission. Okay. Could this model of Lightning McQueen fit in that model of the cone? Okay, so this is how he was in the movie, except he was inside the cone. Yeah, these models are just barely accurate to the movie. Like, this cone needs to be, all these cones need to be a little bit bigger. Dr. Hudson. Ornament Valley Mechanical Clinic. Okay, I can't tell what those first two letters are. The second one looks like the word of. If any of y'all know what those words on the bottom say, let me know. Please. Pretty good quality graphic right there. Looks like the movie. It's a little strange that gas can is just sitting there. Flo's V8 Cafe. Motor oil. A motor oil brand that makes motor oil. Who knew? What do these words say? Okay, the first word says lug nuts. Second word says gas. Third word says oil. And grease and coolant. Okay, now let's check out the details on Mac. What is that? Is that supposed to be a window? Rusties. Yeah, sometimes graphics in video games are just blurry. So this is probably the closest I can get. I still can't read that. No, this is the closest I can get. And I still can't read that. Other than that, pretty good graphics. Now let's see how many of these signs are blurry. Rare hubcaps. You want it, we got it. I guess that should be Walmart's. Can you think of a store where that would be a good motto? Sale today only. On the top left corner it says souvenirs, and the other word I can't read. Radiator Springs, Western Junk. There's a word below that. Fossil. Trunkets. Trinkets. And that either says trunkets or trinkets. So at least 75% of the signs are readable. One part of a sign is kind of hard for me to read. I cannot tell what that diamond-shaped sign says. Is he sleeping? Okay, he's awake now. Radiator Springs. And then that third word I can't read. Okay, I think the part that I couldn't read before on the top of the building is bric-a-brac. Souvenirs, bric-a-brac, trinkets. Western junk, fossils. And just for fun, let's go over this ramp. Pretty good detail. Pretty good detail, although it is odd. I guess the goal of the ramp was to try to get the bonus points that are in the air. Am I supposed to be able to see the lights? Because I can't. Okay. I'll see what Mater's doing later. And I'll keep looking at the details of the game. What is this? You know, a detail about this game that should have been added is, you know, words that pop up on the bottom of the screen letting you know what building you're looking at. I mean, they went through the time to put the buildings in the game, so they, you know, it would be helpful if they had added a title card at the bottom of the screen, you know, like in Spider-Man 2. When you go through different parts of the state, it tells you when you're in a different part. What's over here? Looks like a small garden, possibly. I'll check that building over there, and I'll check out that building later. Oh, here's something interesting. Although I don't see the point. And it would make sense if there was something to collect up here, but there's not. Body art. This is Ramon's place. There's his sign right there. Ramon's body art. I don't see the point. I do not see the point of this being available. I mean, there's nothing to collect. There's really nothing to do except get a better view of the town. And they never go up there in the movie. So it's just a random detail. What does that sign say? Road closed. I'm not surprised. There's not a road. Okay, I did not mean to do that. Although I don't know how I did. Lightning McQueen did not get close to those things, and they still fell over. Luigi's Casa della Tires, home of the Leaning Tower of Tires. Luigi's Casa della Tires, home of the Leaning Tower of Tires. There's Lightning McQueen's white wall tires. Although he's not wearing them. So he just wore those tires for the one scene. Those tires are not really leaning, are they? In the movie they clearly are, but in the game, I don't think so. Luigi's Casa della Tires sale. Casa della Tires. Quality tires. What's this? What is this? Wimpy's Wipers. In the human world, this would be a store for tissue. Because you know in the Cars world, wipers get rid of water that's in their eyes. So in the human world, this would be a store for tissue paper. Kleenex. And it's, of course, out of business. That sign says, buy owner, sell. I feel like those words should be, switched. Sale, by owner. I don't think this section will take very long at all, because there's not much to it. That says the oil pan. Ironically, the sign says open. The building says something else. You know what, I'll just go down one side of the street and then turn around. There's the Radiator Springs painting. There's the Radiator Springs painting. I have to reverse a little bit more. This is Pop and Patch Tire Repair. Pop a tire, get it patched. And that sign right there is O Rama. Okay, I think it says Lube O Rama. Yeah, that's what it says, Lube O Rama. Let's drive like this. That sign says something piston. Piston. He did what in his cup? Okay. Something Emporium. There's nothing on that sign at all. Let's see what the Emporium sign says. The other words are just totally blurred. Nothing there at all. This takes place after Lightning McQueen helped the town, right? Because you can't really tell. It looks the same. Mufflers. controls are a little... The controls are a little sensitive. Alright. Here is the fire station. Stanley something something number. You know, they did add a pretty good amount of detail when they didn't have to, because this is really just a racing game. They did not have to add this much detail at all. But it's a good thing they did, because it makes exploring the town a little interesting. Of course, they could have added a little more detail, but you know, the detail that they did add is pretty good. Oh, sorry. Were those cars triplets? Because they pretty much were exactly the same. Okay, that's the Radiator Springs painting. That's in the movie. Okay, that design in the background looks pretty good. I mean, it looks good enough that you can tell what it is. And they have the Radiator Springs logo in the background on the mountain, like in the movie. Another detail that wasn't totally necessary, but it was added anyway. Okay, let's check out the other side of town here. Foggy windshield. I guess that's for like defrosters. Curb feeler. Do cars have that? This is probably a stupid question, but do cars have a curb feeler? What would that be? Spark plugs. It says Sparky's spark plugs. This building here doesn't have a sign. Nope, no sign. Unless that pole is a sign. Rusty bumper. Rusty bumper is what that sign says. Lightning McQueen is having a difficult time staying awake. There's Wimpy's wipers again. Wait, there's a sign on that roof. What is it? Oh. Eat. That's what the sign says, eat. Okay, he bumps into that stuff again. Lightning McQueen with his racing friend. Mater is his normal friend. Mater is his friend outside of racing. Mac is his friend that's involved in racing. Well, thank you for watching. If you like this content, please subscribe to the channel. Have a nice day, God bless you, and see you next time.